Happy Monday, everyone. I was down for the count over the weekend. I don't know what came over me. I don't know if it was sinus problems or a reaction to my medication or a flu or virus. I don't know, but I was laid out and I made very good use of my bed and Netflix. And actually today I feel 90% better. I was able to get a workout in. I've been up moving around and I feel amazing. So from time to time, I share little bits of this book that I purchased back in 2015, which was incredibly life-changing to me in the fact that it helped me through my recovery process of learning to love myself, learning to distance myself from toxic relationships, and taught me to stay in my lane and stay focused on myself, my problems, and control what I could control, which was myself. And it's called The Language of Letting Go by Melody Beattie. It really talks about the recovery process of getting away from codependent relationships. And something that I recently read from a book that I just started about helping you become a better parent, and also helping you heal that inner child, because I know for myself that I had a pretty rough childhood. And so with that came the mindset of I'm going to do the exact opposite of the way I was raised. And so this book was teaching me about how to heal my inner child and make sure that the needs of my children were met, because oftentimes we're so busy trying to heal that inner child and give that parenting that we didn't have or that we longed for, and in return, we're giving our children the exact opposite of what they actually need. So that's really helped me. And so I had been reminded in this book that I just read that oftentimes we get so involved in other people's junk and we make it our own, and we take on their sadness, their burdens, their problems, and we stick our nose where it doesn't belong. And so that's part of codependent relationships. And so this book really helps that. And so you might not be in a codependent relationship, you may not have codependent tendencies, but this information that is shared is so helpful. And being somebody that's in recovery and sober for 28 months, the same applies. And I think a lot goes hand in hand. Addiction and relationships that aren't really healthy kind of go hand in hand. But I wanted to share with you some little blurbs from the last couple of days, because normally I've been reading this every day, but with being sick, I was just down for the count. But it talks about living in the present. The present moment is all we have. Yes, we have plans and goals and a vision for tomorrow, but now is the only time we possess, and it's enough. We can clear our mind of the residue of yesterday. We can clear our mind of fears of tomorrow. We can be present now. We can make ourselves available at this moment, this day. It is being fully present that we reach the fullness of tomorrow. And so I think that with that YOLO attitude, a lot of people don't find that balance of it, that they're like, oh, you don't know if you're going to live tomorrow, have fun now. But with that comes a lot of irresponsible behavior. So I think being in the present and living as if tomorrow's not guaranteed means being responsible, but also not carrying the junk from yesterday into today, because we're responsible for today. And yes, we can learn from what's happened in the past, but oftentimes people become so paralyzed in fear today because of what happened in the past. And so I myself am working hard to get over that, because I've been hurt, I've been let down, I've been disappointed, I have been screwed over. And so that's something that I have to remember all the time. And so the next part that I want to share with you is about solving problems. It says, many of us lived in a situation where it wasn't okay to identify, have, or talk about problems. Denial became a way of life, our way of dealing with problems. In recovery, many of us still fear problems. We may spend more time reacting to a problem than we do solving it. We miss the point, we miss the lesson, we miss the gift. Problems are a part of life. So are solutions. A problem doesn't mean that life is negative or horrible. Having a problem doesn't mean a person is deficient. All people have problems to work through. We learn to focus on solving problems. We make certain the problem is our problem. If it isn't, our problem is establishing boundaries. Then we seek the best solution. This may mean setting a goal, asking for help, gathering more information, and taking action, or just letting go. Recovery doesn't mean immunity or exemption from problems. Recovery means learning to face and solve problems, knowing they will appear regularly. We can trust our ability to solve problems and know we're doing we're not doing it alone. Some problems are part of life, others are ours to solve, and we'll grow in necessary ways in the process. Face and solve today's problems. Don't worry needlessly about tomorrow's problems, because when they appear, we'll have the resources available to solve them. That's something that's so important, because I've made a lot of changes in the last 6 years since I've been reading books, since I've been surrounding myself with people who want to make the change, to make themselves better. And so I once upon a time thought that I was so equipped and immune to the problems, and then I felt like I was a failure, and I felt ashamed if I had problems. And here's the thing is, like, no matter what, you're never going to be 2 steps ahead. There's always going to be something to learn. There's always going to be things that come up. And if you're not facing new challenges, then you're staying in a mediocre state. And so if you have problems, that doesn't mean that you are doomed, like I thought for so long. It just means that you're living life. And the best thing for me was learning that all the pain and all the things that I've faced, the challenges, the struggles, and the successes were there for me to share with other people to help them, because I have been facing struggles and challenges and learning life lessons more in the last 6 years since I've been stepping out of my comfort zone than I had before. And those lessons have helped so many other people. So I share this with you because I want to give you hope that you don't have to live in a negative state. You don't have to stay in unhappy situations. You can set boundaries, and you deserve love, and you deserve happiness, and you deserve the best in life, and you and only you are responsible for that.